Day 3. Got some beautiful weather today. The wire is being temporarily held on with these little strips, but I want to cut strips that run the length. Keep this general messiness down. See if I can salvage some strips of wood from my old friend, the outhouse. Anyone who's got experience probably looking at this wondering why I did it the way I did. It's because I didn't know any better, and this is the stuff I've learned along the way. The minute you release it from something, it's going to snap back into the roll, and it's going to do stuff like that. That piece right there is going to come off. This is going to screw into place, and then I'm going to have a little shelf over there holding this end. I got whacked, and I wear a hat and long sleeves and stuff too, but it still got me a couple times in the armpits. Cool little magnetic bracelet that holds on to stuff. And it's got little pockets too. That's pretty cool. Mud and snow and rain and yucky smells. Really don't want to be out here. We went ahead and made the decision to get some new lumber for me to work with after I've spent several hours discovered the return on investment for salvaging some of these old pieces of wood just was diminishing. I do not regret salvaging old pieces of wood. Saved on money, gives this coop an authentic farmy look, but then there's just weird stuff like these curved old pieces of wood that sometimes pose a little bit of a challenge. Far from perfect. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to make progress, but boy, this weather is not helping.
Why are you quitting?
What makes you think I'm quitting? Chicken coop build, day 392,000. Oh my goodness, it's hard to believe, but everything is framed in. Keeping all the sharp edges hidden, the chicken's safe. Yeah, there's all sorts of weird stuff going on in here. Hey, it's good enough. And it's kind of cool looking. Let's see if I can figure out how to build a roof on this thing. We have our wire on, walls. The only thing left to do is a roof. And of course, we can't just put a simple shed roof on it or a flat roof. No. I need to do an open gable roof, which brings me to Pythagorean Therorem. I tried so hard to avoid and work around math, and over and over I'm just being taught that just ain't a thing. I'm going to have to cut these in an angle. I've picked a 512 slope. I'm going to be working with the common. That's all I know. And I'm going to tilt till that line's right up. And that is now the slope of cut. Google it. There's a lot more qualified instructors out there, but this is my basic grasping of the concept. I cut my... Whoops. Don't mean to hit you in the face with my rafter, Steve. My very first rafter. My very first rafter. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, my bad. Just make sure both ends match. So we've got slanting to the right, slanting to the right. This here's an oops. The hazards of having a dog on the work site. Son, what did you do? Centering, screw them in here, screw them in there. Usually, this is where you'd cut something called a bird's mouth, which looks like this. But my build is so crooked and unlevel, and you see how the bird's mouth then sits perfectly right here. But over there, it's floating in the air, so no bird mouths for me. And that's what happens when you are a noob without plans. We got the chickens out enjoying their new dirt So as far as I'm concerned, mission accomplished. The way you find this bird mouth is you take your speed square and you level it up on the outside of the structure and you mark a line there. Pressed it up against the outside. There's my line there. And then I'm going to use this edge. And you just draw right here and take it off. That there is your bird mouth. Math is crazy. It's crazy stuff. If I kind of knew what I was doing and made plans, this wouldn't be happening. But hey, better to just start and learn and get stuff done than not. So I don't regret it. Haha. Wow, like a glove. That's awesome. It's the kind of stuff to expect when you're a noob. Broken screws, stripped out screws. Got ice pellets falling from the sky and wind whipping around. Rafters, ridge, things I'm learning. I've got my rafters sitting on top of the ridge. It's kind of like wearing your underpants on the outside of your jeans. I guess it'll help. It's still functional somewhat, but it looks kind of dumb. If I cut these and make them fit like they're supposed to, I can get rid of this thing. Sawzall saves the day. His blade is really dull. Sometimes it's the hardest part, just putting the boots back on, starting over. Well, there we go. Got the rafters, as they should be, on the ridge. No more goofy little supports there with Steve's help and the Sawzall's help, which died, by the way. So we need to go get a new one.